All right, so are you ready to like really get Taylor Swift?
Oh, yeah.
We've got all this stuff, articles and info. It's crazy. We're going to deep dive into her recent success, but also those, challenges and that connection with fans. It's just unreal.
Her career is fascinating.
Oh, totally.
It's not just about the hits. It's like a masterclass in reinvention, resilience, connecting with a huge audience.
Yeah, absolutely.
We all learn a thing or two from that, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Grammys. She's the first ever to win Album of the Year 4 times.
I know.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Ahead of Sinatra and Stevie Wonder, what?
It's mind-blowing. Each win. Fearless, 1989, Folklore, now Lover. It's like a whole new sound each time. Country to pop, then folk.
It's crazy how she just keeps reinventing herself.
Yeah, and somehow her fans are right there with her the whole time.
Speaking of fans, the Eras Tour. It's huge. Not just a tour, it's like an experience.
Yeah.
Spans her whole career. Stadiums are selling out everywhere. Do you see that video she released in London?
I can do it with a broken heart.
Yes.
Oh, it's incredible. So cool.
Behind the scenes.
You see all the work that goes into it, the lighting, costumes, the choreography.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like an army of people.
It makes you appreciate it even more,
Totally.
Totally. So much goes into it. And speaking of Taylor, she won Best Collaboration at the VMAs for Fortnite with Post Malone. But
oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, but her speech, her tribute to the 9/11 victims, that really stood out to me.
It's like she's this huge star, but she doesn't shy away from important stuff.
Right.
She uses her platform. It's really something.
For sure. Okay,
Yeah.
ready for some fun. This Travis Kelce thing, what do you think?
All right, don't pity.
The media's going crazy. He showed up at her Indiana concert, even danced with her mom.
Get out.
I know. Plus, she changed a lyric in Karma.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the guy from Kansas City instead of the West Village.
Interesting.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And that mashup she did, the prophecy and this love.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Swifties are convinced it's a message to Kelce, especially that line, "These hands had to let it go free and change the prophecy."
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
Like she's dropping hints.
It's brilliant. Keeps everyone guessing, right?
Totally. Okay, but let's switch gears for a second. The battle for her master recordings, that's serious stuff.
Yeah, that's huge.
She re-recorded 6 albums. You know what that means, right?
Yeah. I mean, she took back control. It's amazing.
For those who don't know, master recordings, they control who profits from an artist's music.
Right.
By re-reporting, she owns her art again.
Exactly. And she's been so vocal about that,
Yeah.
Artists owning their work.
It's inspiring.
Especially now with digital and everything. It's a huge message.
It goes way beyond just Taylor. It's like a movement.
Yeah, absolutely. And, she's always in the spotlight.
Oh my gosh, constantly.
Scrutiny, all that.
Yeah.
But look at her. She turns it all into music.
She's constantly in the headlines, and not always for the right reasons, but she takes it all and makes it empowering.
Yeah, it's incredible, right? Like she connects with her fans on a deeper level through that they see themselves in her.
It's powerful. Okay, let's not forget her philanthropy. She walks the walk.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just headlines. She really cares.
Yeah, she's involved in so much, from LGBTQ plus rights and women's empowerment to education.
Disaster relief, too.
Yeah, donations, advocacy for artists' rights. Her actions speak volumes.
She really wants to make a difference. Okay, and then there's social media. She's a pro.
Oh, she's got that down.
Easter eggs, cryptic messages.
Website changes. Keeps everyone guessing, yeah.
Hold on for a sec.
Yeah.
Not everyone lives in the Taylor Swift universe like we do. Could you explain who Swifties are?
Oh, right. So Swifties are like her superfans, incredibly dedicated. They analyze everything.
I know. Every lyric.
Every post, it's amazing.
So those Easter eggs, it's like their secret language.
Exactly. It creates this whole community.
Okay, back to the strategy.
Yeah.
It's not all fun and games.
No,
Steph.
there's a real plan there.
Yeah.
It's business.
Creating buzz, new releases, sales, you name it.
Streaming, everything. She's a master at using social media to stay in control.
She's a businesswoman for sure, and that brings us to her overall approach to her career, streaming strategies, merchandise, tours. She's pushing boundaries.
Well, yeah.
She's changing the industry.
She's smart. She's strategic. Adaptable.
Think about those Grammy wins every time it's a new sound. She doesn't just stick with what works. She evolves.
Right. And that takes guts, especially when you're already at the top,
She's not afraid to try new things.
Exactly. And let's not forget, she works hard. She's dedicated.
You can tell she's hands-on with everything.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to ask about Travis Kelce's again. What do you think? Is it real or publicity?
Well, it's the question on everyone's mind, right? I don't know. But either way, brilliant marketing.
Keeps her in the headlines, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, but publicity aside, her philanthropy, we have to talk about that.
Yes, absolutely.
So many causes.
Yeah, she's involved LGBTQ plus rights, women's empowerment,
Artists' rights, too.
donations, everything. She puts her money where her mouth is.
It's clear that making a difference matters to her. It's not just the fame. It's about making a positive impact.
And her fans see that.
They too.
Yeah, she's authentic. She cares about the world.
Okay, so we talked business, philanthropy, her music, but let's get back to social media.
Okay.
You said she's a master on. Any specific examples?
Well, think about how she announces new albums.
Yeah.
It's never just a press release. She drops clues.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Website changes, weeks of speculation.
It's like a game for her fans.
We love it.
They dissect everything.
And she uses it to connect with them personally, too, you know.
Behind-the-scenes stuff, responding to comments, even celebrating their wins.
It makes them feel like they're part of it all.
You know? Like they're in her inner circle, which they kind of are.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, she wouldn't be where she is without them, right?
They're the ones buying the albums, going to the shows, streaming the music. She knows that.
She gets it.
Yeah.
So she builds hype. She connects personally. What else does she do that's, like, genius level?
Well, remember that whole thing with the master recordings?
Oh, yeah.
She used social media to tell her side of the story.
I know. It was brilliant.
Rallied support, controlled the narrative.
Yeah. And the fans, they were right there with her.
It was powerful.
It showed how social media can be a tool for change, not just, like, promoting yourself.
Now you can advocate for things you believe in.
Okay, we could talk social media all day, but before we get too lost in that, I want to talk about the media's portrayal of her.
Ooh, that's a tricky one.
It's like they build her up just to tear her down, you know?
Yeah, it's a weird cycle, praise then scrutiny.
But then win it. She's a genius. The next, she's a villain. It's exhausting.
And I think it says a lot about how women in the public eye are treated, you know, especially when they're successful and speak their minds.
She doesn't shy away from her opinions, which makes her a target, but she addresses it head on and uses it in her music.
Which brings us back to resilience. She's been through it all, personally, professionally, but she always comes out on top.
It's inspiring. Okay, I think we covered it all. Her music, business, social media, but what's the biggest takeaway for you? What can we learn from Taylor Swift?
You know, those re-recordings, they were a statement. Like, she could have just let it go.
Yeah.
But she took back her music.
Yeah.
It's about ownership.
It's amazing. Yeah.
But also like artistic evolution, you know?
It is. It's like hearing those songs with a new perspective, and the fans.
Oh, they got it.
They were so supportive.
It was a movement. It showed everyone that artists have options.
Yeah, for sure.
They can fight for their work, you know?
And the Swifties, they were key.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, we talked about Taylor as a businesswoman.
Right.
It's not just music, it's a whole empire. How does she do it?
It's a lot of things. First, she knows her audience.
Yeah, like really knows them.
Like no one else. She knows what they want.
Those Easter eggs, right?
Yeah. Part of it, the mystery, but there's more.
Yeah. What else?
She's strategic, releases, tours, merch. It's all planned out.
And she takes risks, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like Fortnite with Post Malone.
Totally. That was unexpected.
Paid off big time.
Yeah. She knows what works, even if it seems, you know, out there.
She's got that instinct.
She's also adaptable. Like the industry's changing all the time.
Streaming, digital, all that.
And she stays ahead of it.
Like those Grammy wins, every time it's a new sound.
Yeah.
She doesn't get stuck.
She keeps evolving. It's brave.
Especially when you're already so successful.
Right. It'd be easy to just, you know, stick with what works.
But she doesn't.
No. And she works hard. Let's not forget that.
Dedicated. Hands-on.
Yeah, you can tell.
Okay, gotta ask. Travis Kelce, real or not?
Oh, man. Everyone wants to
I
know,
would say
right?
they're
Killing me.
I don't know, but it's great PR.
Definitely keeping her in the news.
For sure. Okay, but let's not forget her philanthropy.
Yes. Important stuff.
So many causes.
Yeah, she's really involved.
LGBTQ plus rights, women's empowerment.
Artists, too. Donations, advocacy. She really does it all.
She cares about making a difference. It's not just talk.
And the fans see that, you know.
It's genuine.
It makes her even more appealing.
Okay, back to social media. You said she's a master. Examples.
Okay, how she announces new albums. It's an event.
It is.
Clues, website changes.
Weeks of buildup.
Yeah, fans go crazy.
It's like a puzzle for them.
And she connects with them, too, you know, personally.
Behind the scenes, comments.
Yeah, it makes them feel included.
Like they're part of her world.
Exactly. And they are, in a way.
Without them, she wouldn't be where she is, right?
They're the ones buying the albums, going to the shows.
She gets them.
It cultivates that relationship.
So hype, personal connection, what else? What's the genius move?
Remember the master recordings fight?
Oh, yeah.
Social media was her weapon.
She controlled the narrative.
Got people on her side. It was smart.
It showed how powerful social media can be.
Not just for self-promotion, but for change.
Okay, we could talk social media forever, but let's talk about the media in general.
The media. Oh, boy.
It's a love-hate thing, right?
They love to build her up and tear her down.
It's like a cycle praise, then scrutiny.
Yeah, exhausting.
1 minute she's amazing, the next she's a villain. It's weird.
It says a lot about how women are treated,
Especially successful women who speak their minds.
Right?
And she does.
Oh, yeah.
Which makes her a target, but she doesn't back down.
Nope.
Uses it all in her music.
She does.
Turns it into power.
It's resilience, pure and simple. She's been through so much.
It's inspired. Okay, so we talked about it all, her music, business, social media, but what do you think? What's the big lesson? What can we learn from Taylor Swift?
I mean, she doesn't just stick to one thing. She reinvents herself.
Country, pop, folk.
Yeah. And every time she brings her fans along.
That's incredible. How does she do that? Keep them so hooked.
Well, social media, for one, those clues, the Easter eggs, it's interactive.
It's like she's talking directly to them.
Yeah, like a constant conversation.
And it's not just online, right? The Eras Tour. It's like a celebration of her whole career.
Exactly. It brings it all together. It's like she's saying, hey, you've been with me this whole time.
And she gives them a show they'll never forget.
It's special. She goes all out.
She really does, always pushing the limits.
But it's not just a spectacle. Her music, the lyrics, she talks about real stuff.
Important issues.
She uses her platform to give others a voice.
She's making a difference. It's not just about being famous.
Exactly. It's about doing something good.
And she stayed grounded through it all.
Yeah, relatable.
Even with all the success, she's still Taylor.
I think that's why people love her.
Makes her seem like a real person,
So we've deep dived into Taylor Swift.
Huh?
What stands out to you? What's the big takeaway?
Connection. It's all about connection.
Yeah.
Her fans, her music, the causes. She gets that it's about relationships.
I agree, and she shows us it's okay to change, to take chances.
Keep learning, keep growing.
Don't be afraid to evolve.
And don't forget, a good story goes a long way.
Yeah, she's a storyteller. That's what she is, and her story keeps going.
Who knows what's next, right? But we'll be here watching, listening.
Analyzing every detail.
It's all part of the fun. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Taylor Swift.
It's been a blast.
Go out there, embrace your own story, whatever it is.
Keep learning, keep growing. Connect with the world around you.